Hello, students. Hope you are doing well. I again welcome you all. So, previously we have done chapter 1 of book Hornbill. Hope you have understood it. Today we are going to do the very first poem from the book Hornbill, that is, a photograph by Shirley Towson. Students, don't you think that lucky was the time when people carry cameras and preserve photographs in albums and all? But nowadays, we are just slave of technology, and our mobile phones have taken over such things and memories. So we are going to know or witness the poetess' happiness when she is trying to revive her memories of past times that she spent with her loved ones, especially with her mother. Before proceeding, I would love to introduce you all with the poet. So, Shirley Towson has been writing books on the social history of the countryside since 1974. She is a leading authority on ancient tracts. She secured a BA on literature from Brockhurst College in London in the year 1953. She was a poet, teacher, educationalist, editor, and author. So, the main theme of the poem is that the poet sees the photograph of her mother at a seaside holiday along with her two cousins. The mother is only 12 years old in the photograph. Now she has been dead for 12 years. The poet is actually conscious of her loss, of her mother's loss. She speaks of the shortness of human life against the permanence of the sea. The finality of death is stressed in the last stanza, particularly in the last two lines. Now we will do the explanation of the poem. But before starting the explanation of the poem, I want to tell you that this poem has been written in free verse. Thus, it has no particular rhyme scheme. So, what is free verse? Free verse is a poetry that doesn't rhyme or have a regular rhythm. So here we go with the explanation. So the very first stanza is, the cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went peddling. Peddling here means walking. Each one holding one of my mother's hands. So the poet has used alliteration here, my mother's. M has been repeated. And she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. So, in these lines, the poet is looking at an old photo album which is made up of cardboard. In the picture, there are three girls who were walking on the beach holding each other's hands. The girl in the middle is the tallest and oldest. The other two girls on each side are younger than her. The girl in the middle is the poet's mother. She is around 12 years old when the picture was taken. So the second stanza is, all three stood still to smile through their hair. So here the poet has used two times alliteration in the same line, that is, stood still and through their. So here the poet has used alliteration. At the uncle with the camera, a sweet face. My mother's that was before I was born, and the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. So the poet has used alliteration again in transient feet. Sorry, terribly transient. So, terribly transient considers both as alliteration and epithet. Epithet is a phrase which expresses a quality of a person or something. So, the poet has used two poetic devices here in terribly transient, that is, alliteration and epithet. So, here in this stanza, what the poet is trying to tell us that how the photograph was taken. Her mother's uncle took the photograph and told them to stop and pause. All three of them left their wet hair open and smiled at the camera. The poet's attention is drawn towards his mother's face. which is described as a sweet face. Whose face has been described as sweet face? The poet's mother's face has been described as the sweet face. The photograph was taken long before the poet was born. The poet calls their feet terrible transient as they were so young by then and now they had grown older. On the other hand, the sea which touched their feet has changed this. Students, I want to tell you that transient means temporary. And the next lines are some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. So, what does snapshot mean? A photograph. See Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach, the sea holiday. So, the poet is describing it as after 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the photograph. She would tell me to look at her cousins, Betty and Dolly. Who were the cousins? Betty and Dolly. And how their parents would dress, all three of them, for the beach. They would have planned to take a photograph beforehand. The next lines are was her past, mine is her laughter. Both wry with a labored ease of loss. So here the poet has used labored ease, the poet has used oxymoron. So what is the meaning of wry? It is mocking. The poet describes that even she recalls the sea holiday was her mother's favorite moment from the past, while the poet's favorite moment from the past was her mother's laughter only. Both the women would think about those past memories, which they cannot live again. They tried their best to adjust to what they lost. So the final stanza of the poem is now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of this circumstance there is nothing to say at all. It's a silence, silences. So here the poet has used alliteration again in silence, silences. I would like to tell you that its silence, silences also considers as personification because the situation has been given the human quality of silence. And what does silences mean here? A complete absence of sound. So, in the above set lines, the poet says that her mother died 12 years ago, the same age her mother was in the photograph. Whenever the poet thinks of her mother's death, she cannot explain what effect she has of her mother's death. Death has silenced her mother, which has also left her speechless. So students, this was the explanation of the poem. And in next video, we will discuss in detail about the poetic devices used in the poem and some other additional information. Thanks for